Suspicious me!
Just forward if you're travelling, is it?
Yes.
Right, that's fine. Is there any baggage you want to check in? You just pop it on the conveyor belt for me, please. I think you're going to have to pay some excess baggage. There's loads of it.
Oh, I didn't know you were invited.
I wasn't. No. You think I want to be invited to such a low-class party as this? I'm merely a gate crash to spit in the samosas.
Well, they weren't expecting me either. In fact, I climbed in through the bathroom window and told everyone I was a mate of Kevin's.
I've been sick in a bedroom.
Me too. And I got off with someone under the coats.
Still, very brave of you to show your face.
Why?
Oh, I just hear that your son is living with his girlfriend.
I'm surprised the news is being discussed down at the dog track.
So, living with a woman and not married. Funny, I don't remember anything in the Gita about that one. Very new labour, very anti-fox hunting.
Your information is incorrect, as per usual. My son is not living with his girlfriend, he's living with several girlfriends. My son is a stud.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. And he's dripping with honeys.
Well, of course, honeys. My son has his fair share of skirt too, and no mistake.
So he talks the talk, but does he walk the walk? I don't think so. I bet he doesn't have a shag palace like my son.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need one, because he usually does the beast with two backs round at their place. So, they don't know where he lives, and he can leave before they wake up.
Ooh, wake up? My son doesn't let them go to sleep. He pounds away at them through the night, one hand raking down their sweaty back, the other speed dialing a cab.
Only one cab. My son requires a fleet of cabs to transport the sweaty mass of sticky bodies that nightly cling to his waterbed, like survivors from some erotic shipwreck.
Well, la-dee-da-dee. Have you heard about Sky's new television series? My Son's Bedroom Uncovered.
My son is known as the Prince of Punani. And his little black book was used by BT to compile their last phone directory.
Well, according to the latest census, my son has officially slept with every single girl in the whole of Great Britain.
Really? Well, how big is his dunda?
You tell me.
This house, near Calcutta, India, is home to one of the greatest filmmakers of the 20th century. Ratchajit Say's work has been recognised by film academics the world over for its incisive but complex portrayal of a society in decline. But we began our conversation on a contentious note. Ratchajit, your films are incredibly powerful and cerebral tour de force.
Yes, they are.
Yes. But how do you counter critics who claim that your films are inaccessible and even obscure?
I say, no, they're not.
But perhaps your most famous film is The Drafts Game. Now, you once said that this film documented the decline in post-partition India. Now, how does it do that exactly?
Well, what you have to remember is that the game of drafts is symbolic. The decline in Indian society happens in the backdrop. It occurs in the background.
So it's in the subtext.
No! In the background, you pagal! The two people in the background.
And they represent the decline in post-partition India.
Two.
Right, well, how do you respond to critics who say that your use of symbolism is also obscure?
Like this.
Hello! Us again?
Yes, how many items this time?
Oh, just the 2 suitcases.
I think you'll find they are underweight.
And what about all that stuff?
And luggage.
I know it's really old-fashioned, but I think it's really important to get to know a girl's family and that when you're starting a relationship.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that's why I'm sleeping with your sister, innit? Check, please. Mum, Dad, I'm going out with my friends. I'll see you later, all right?
Okay, beta.
What did you say?
I'm going to hang out with my friends.
Friends? Why you want to hang out with your friends when I can make them at home for nothing? Come on, let's go stand in the corner and be sulky.
Mom!
I know. Let's practice gobbing.
It's not the same!
What? Not the same, not the same. Look, here, I've got some Alco Pops. Let's drink it till we're sick and then go and steal things from your dad's shop. I know. Let's talk like young African Americans. Yo, homie, booyaka.
Mama, this is really embarrassing.
Look what I found. Your porn mag. Come on. Oh, look at the bazookas on that.
Mom, will you just leave him alone, all right?
Ooh. So you're all dressed up going out with your friends too, huh? Well, I can make them at home as well. Oi, my mate fancies you.
No, Mum, I'm not going out with my friends. I've come to tell you that I'm leaving home. I found a flat and I'm moving in with my boyfriend.
Are you sure, Betty?
Yes, Daddy, I really need to do this.
But why?
Well, I need my freedom, Mum. I need
No,
to...
no. Why move him with your boyfriend when I can make him at home for nothing? Come on, I'll sit here and I'll watch the football on telly while you go and make me my dinner. And then I'll go upstairs and piss on the toilet seat and fart in bed.
Mom, Jeffrey's not like that.
Come on, Betty, let's get you up the duff. Then I can go down the pub and use the milk tokens to buy lager and crisps. What more Jeffrey want?
Dad, can you please do something about her?
Yes, I can. Come on, kids, we're all going.
What?
I have a mistress in a love nest in Norwich. She's Anglian, and we're going to go and stay with her.
Mistress? You have a mistress? Mistress I can make at home. Come here, big boy. Oh, you don't get many of them to a pounder. I love you long time.
Okay, kids, get your coats. We're leaving.
Okay, fine. Go. See if I care. I don't need anybody. I don't need any family. All I need are 3 small aubergines. I'm having a bang and a potato.
In the Game of Drafts, one of your rare comedies, you examine the decline in post-partition India.
Yes, but in a humorous way. You see, I took the pathos of Chaplin, the slapstick of Bergman, the social satire of the Chakkal brothers. So, you see, in the foreground, you have your symbolic game of drafts, while the comedy occurs in the background. Bloody funny. Bloody funny.
Big in a wig at 4 o'clock.
Hey, isn't that Serena Mathura?
Yeah, the cellulite looks familiar.
God, has she grown a beard?
No, but damn it, bullshit to hell, yeah. It's not a beard. That's a facelift that went a little too far.
Ew, pubic chin factor or what, dear?
Will passengers for flight 297 to Zurich please make their way to boarding gates?
St. John and Vanessa, you frequent flyer.
What are you chaps doing here?
Oh, we've just seen our youngest off to finishing school in Switzerland.
Quite right. What is he finishing?
She is finishing potty training. She's almost 3. We English don't like to keep our children clinging to our apron strings, you know.
Quite right. That's why we sent our youngest boy off to Rodin when he was only 2.
Rodin, isn't that a girls' school?
Well, he got in.
Say, what are you fellows up to?
I'm waiting for my Mamaji and Papaji. Oh, what depends.
He means his mater and pater.
Of course, Mr. Pepper.
Yes, we're a very close family. Dennis's parents visit at least 3 times a year.
Well, what a queer lot you are.
Who are you calling queer?
No, it's just that we English are never very close to our families, are we?
That's right. What could be more English than to hate your in-laws?
I knew that. I think that Charlotte's mother is a fat cow.
Dennis's father's a right twat.
But I would never dream of visiting Vanessa's mother. She's a pig! And she lives in that smelly, horrible little place.
Actually, darling, I think she's bought a new house.
No, I meant India.
Fantastic place, absolutely.
So, your parents are coming to stay with you in your house.
The extended family. How very ethnic.
Not at all. There's nothing ethnic about it. They will be paying full rent. Breakfast not included. Check out by 11.
No petting in the shallow end.
They're all tickety-boo with that, are they?
Oh, yes. Dennis's parents are as English as we are.
I say, there they are. Yo!
Yes, there they are. Come on, Dennis. Peter!
You must be Sergita!
Can I help you?
Just wanted you to see your weapons of hate before I set them alight.
What are you talking about?
I should have known it, man. Pharmacist. Take the letters F, A, and M out, and what are you left with? Racist.
There is no F in pharmacist.
I know. And there shouldn't be any F in pharmacist while you continue to stock crypto-imperialist skin products.
Is it the suntan lotion again?
No.
And you burnt all my skin-coloured sticky plasters.
The white man's skin, Judas Patel, the white man's skin. No, this is another struggle. These weapons of white supremacy, these ointments of ethnic cleansing, these anti-Asian creams.
Malkeep, these are anti-aging cream. Aging.
Oh, right.
You want your hemorrhoid ointment or not?
Yes. Fascist!
Hello. How many? One. Really?
Yeah.
Well, we came from a very traditional community, so we've had lots of pressures throughout our marriage.
What sort of pressures?
Well, the hardest thing for me, well, for us, is the tradition of no sex for the first 6 months of marriage.
Is that really a tradition?
Hi, remember us, the Delhi students?
Only now we're not students anymore. We've graduated.
I'm an accountant waiting to start work in my father's business.
I'm a lawyer waiting to start work in my father's business.
I'm a structural engineer waiting to start work in my father's business.
I failed all my papers. I'm going into politics.
But before we all joined the rat race, we decided we wanted to put something back into society.
Yes, to help those less fortunate than ourselves.
So we joined the Voluntary Service of India.
The first problem facing any VSI worker is deciding where to do the most good.
Yes, there are a lot of countries that need help, like South America, where they've got shanty towns and street urchins.
And Africa, with its terrible droughts and inadequate healthcare.
And Eastern Europe with its crumbling infrastructure and stodgy food.
There's one country that has all these problems and more.
Which is why we've all come to help out here in England!
We have come here to a ramshackle clinic in the poverty-stricken village of Wolverhampton.
Sadly, over the years, the government have neglected their healthcare. And now, for the poorest, healthcare is rudimentary at best.
In fact, if it wasn't for places like India and Pakistan, there would be no doctors here at all.
One of the tragedies of this country is that though for most of the year it rains continuously, during the hot summer month, there are droughts and water is in short supply.
So, when we saw these poor guys digging a well, we decided to roll up our sleeves and muck in.
It's thirsty work, I can tell you. Are we nearly there yet?
Right. Keep digging.
Britain used to be famous for its green and pleasant lands, but sadly now, most of it has been bought up by big foreign companies.
Yeah, that's right. They build their factories here so they can exploit the cheap labor costs.
So, another way that Britain can help itself is to cash in on the eco-tourism boom which is sweeping the globe.
That's right. Gordon here is a warden here. We're at one of the new game reserves, Epping Forest.
Wow!
He's kindly agreed to show us around.
Many of England's endangered species find a haven in this protected woodland here.
That's right. Gordon here is going to show us some of the rarest. But we have to be very quiet. We don't want to startle them.
What exactly should we be looking for, Gordon?
Well, its Latin name is Calliphora vomitora.
Wow! And what's that?
It's a type of fly.
What color is it?
It's blue.
Nope. Haven't seen one yet.
come any closer and we'll hurt you. So, how's it going with Danny Desai? I hear he's got the most enormous trust fund.
I don't think so, darling.
You don't mean...
Yeah, tiniest credit limit I have ever seen. Do you know the other day he took me out to dinner and his card got refused?
Wow. Well, that happens to some men, apparently, when they're tired and all.
Yeah, I got really confused and embarrassed and I did something really stupid.
You didn't.
Yes, I paid for my own dinner.
After the game of drafts came a commercial departure for you. Having previously shunned use of song and dance, you decided in 1958 that it could be a powerful tool.
Well, I realized that there is a long tradition of storytelling through the dance. In India, one thinks of Bharatanatyam, Kathak. In Europe, you have your classical ballets like Swan Lake, Giselle. And in America, of course, Saturday Night Fever.
With John Travolta.
Precisely. You see what you have to remember?
Yeah, the two people are symbolic, and in the background, post-partition society declines.
But to a nice team.
Adult illiteracy is a major problem here. Because of this country's diverse ethnic mix, some people cannot even speak English.
We're here at a local education center to see how we can help. Hello? Can you tell me what you did today?
Oh, I didn't know, really. A couple of punts with his mates down the boozer, like.
Child labor is a major problem here, as in many developing countries.
Kids like little Eric here has to work very long hours in terrible conditions for very low pay.
What would you really like to do, Eric?
I'd like to be a teacher, if I could.
Maybe one day he'll realize his dreams.
I hope so. Do you want fries with that?
Oh, yes, please. And 2 strawberry milkshakes, please.
Hurry up, huh?
But it's not all doom and gloom, you know.
That's right. Even in these appalling conditions, the human spirit still shines through.
These smiling faces are proof of that.
Where's my wallet?
Where's my watch? And my camera?
Now, I believe that people should get to know as much about each other's little foibles before they make a long-term commitment.
Yeah, quite agree.
So tell me, spit or swallow? Check, please.
Listen, Dad, I've got something to tell you, and you're not going to like it.
What is it?
Well, Dad, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've decided to become a Christian.
Good.
Good? I thought you'd be upset.
Beta, why would I be upset at Christianity when it's Indian?
No, it's not, Dad. Listen, I've accepted Jesus as my saviour.
Well, of course you have, Beta, because he was a nice Indian boy.
Not Jesus.
Beta, he's as Indian as they come. He worked for his father, Indian. Parents had children without having sex, Indian. Fed 5,000 people with 2 loaves and 5 fishes, Indian picnic.
That's not true.
Beta, not just him. All people from the Bible, Indian.
Rubbish.
Not rubbish. Think about it, yaar. Moses, the people came unto him with their suffering. He went up the mountain and came back with 2 tablets because he was a pharmacist. Noah came from a land where it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. He was Bengali. Walls of Jericho. Walk around it 7 times, blow a trumpet, the whole thing falls down. Indian builders.
No!
And that other fellow, Samson. Big, strong man, long hair. Cut his hair like weak as a child because he was sick.
The Bible's not Indian, Dad. Read the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Mahmud, Malik, Lakshmi, and Jaggi. Beta, apostles, Indian.
What about Judas? He betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver.
Well, business is business.
No, Dad.
I'm telling you, Beta, all people from the Bible, Indian. All except one.
Which one?
God, not Indian.
Why not?
In 6 days, he created the heaven and the earth and everything upon it. And on the 7th day, he rested. What kind of Indian doesn't work Sundays?
That's it. I'm off to church.
Now, Beta, sing with me. And was Jerusalem builded here on Jalandhar's brown and pleasant? Let me take you to a place where membership's a peaceful face, rubbing chakras with the stars, where strange men take you by the hand and promise you a wonderland if you'll just remove your bra. Love nirvana, drink some tea, pick a mantra, there's enough for everyone. Try some hypnotherapy.
But don't worry, I won't feel your...
Travelers and film stars meet at a highly overpriced retreat, trying to change their Western ways. I cleanse their souls and make them hum. I stick a hose pipe up their bum. Make sure everybody pays. Love nirvana, nothing's free. Mumbo jumbo, there's enough for everyone. Try aromatherapy. I'll rub oil into your vermilion. Love nirvana, join today. It's good karma and it's tax deductible. There are so many ways to pay.
Free for ladies if they touch my...
Pack your bags and leave your key. We've been shut down. They've charged us with indecency. No money back, no guarantee. We got your cash, and all you got was dysentery. Oh, 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 oh.
You know the situation. You're getting ready for a job interview and you really want the job, but you're nervous, so you have to go to the toilet. But you don't like the way the toilet paper chafes and doesn't really get you clean. That's why I always carry this. Here comes the science.
Thanks to their ability to direct water right into the affected areas, milk bottles have been proved to be twice as effective as even the leading brand of toilet tissue.
So next time you're in the toilet, stick this behind the cistern where the guests won't see it. Milk bottle. Because my arse is worth it.